four most important characteristics of a colored diamond are called the 4Cs: the cut, the clarity, the carat weight, and the color. When talking about the 4Cs in relation to colored diamonds, there are some major differences compared to white diamonds. First of all, the cut. The cut refers to the way in which a diamond refracts the light that enters into it and then exits from it. Light enters the table or the top of a diamond, and if it is cut too deep, the light will escape through its sides. Too shallow, and the light will simply pass right through from top to bottom. Too deep or too shallow, and the diamond will look dull and lifeless. In a diamond that is properly and perfectly cut to proportion, light enters through the top, refracts internally, and then the light is forced back up through the top once again, creating the sparkle or the fire in a diamond. The cut also refers to whether a diamond is round, pear, cushion cut, etc. The shape of a diamond is a purely subjective thing, a personal preference. One person may love an oval cut, the next person may like something else. The clarity. As you can see by this chart, clarity starts its range from F and IF, flawless and internally flawless, meaning the stone is completely free of any inclusions or blemishes. This is the top of the clarity scale, and for those who want an internally flawless diamond, they know they will have to pay more for it. At the very bottom of the clarity scale is the letter I. I stands for included, meaning that with the naked eye, you can easily see inclusions or imperfections. In between, we go from very, very slight inclusions that are extremely difficult to see under 10 times magnification. And then the scale moves down from there. Here is where one major difference between white and colored diamonds comes into effect. In a white diamond, inclusions are typically tiny black dots of carbon that didn't quite make the whole journey to becoming a diamond. They can affect the flow of light through that stone. In white diamonds, inclusions are bad. In a colored diamond, inclusions are not necessarily a negative, because these inclusions often tend to be deeper, richer hues of the underlying color of the stone, which gives a colored diamond its own unique character. In fact, in this year's Argyle tender, which I will be talking about a little later, out of the 55 diamonds that are considered the very best pinks in the world this year, approximately 30% of them are rated as I's on the clarity scale. Color. Looking at a typical color grading chart for white diamonds, you would want to be in the D to H color range, D being completely colorless. As you move down the grading scale, a white diamond becomes less desirable the cloudier it gets. With a colored diamond, the color scale is different. The word fancy is the common term to describe a colored diamond. Going down the fancy scale, you can see light fancy, very light, and faint fancy. Going up the color scale, you see fancy intense, fancy deep, and lastly, fancy vivid. The stronger the saturation of the color, the more valuable the stone. Carat. Carats are units of measurement for all diamonds. For example, a half a carat, 1 carat, 20 carats, 200 carats. Lastly, when you are buying, investing, or collecting colored diamonds, bigger is not always better, and bigger does not necessarily mean a higher price. A smaller, vivid colored stone in the range of VVS to VS most often will be of more value simply because of the richness of its color. And if you go from a 1 carat stone to a 2 carat stone, the price may not just double. Other factors come into play. A 2 carat stone is not as common as a 1, and a 5 carat is more rare than a 2 carat stone.